So, who will be the one to check the attendance or quorum?
Yes, sir. Permission to
Sige.
start the meeting, sir.
Alright.
Roll call.
Sige, go ahead.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Tips and Awards Committee meeting. Today is May 16, 2023, and for the attendance today, kindly acknowledge once your name is called. Captain Edgardo T.S., Member BAC Chairperson.
Present.
Attorney Roberto Martinez and Ventura, Vice Chairperson.
He advised that he's on a meeting, but he is online.
Captain Rolando Jose C. Aquino III.
Present.
Engineer Ronaldo Bilbao. Miss Anne-Marie G. Gabriel. Engineer Leon Orquez.
Present.
And we have a additional member from ANS. We have Engineer Roderick Vegas. From AFS, we have Captain Thomas Fortune.
Good morning, Present.
Thank you, sir. Sir, we also have attendance for the members of the technical working group, the BAC Secretariat, and also we want to acknowledge the presence of our observers from COA Resident Auditor, Mr. Adelco Hangol, sir, good morning. I think, sir, from the COA is already online. And we also have observers from Internal Audit Service, Ma'am Maria G. Velasco. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, present online.
Thank you, ma'am. We also sent letters of invitation to PCCI, NGO, EB, JFI, PICE, PCAI, and ODR. Sir, out of considering Mr. Chair that 5 out of 7 members are present, do you have an order, sir?
Okay, thank you. So, let us begin.
Yes, sir. I give the floor to start, sir, our leader from DPWG to proceed for the back meeting.
Thank you, Secretary. Good morning, everyone. Next to our agenda is the submission and opening of bids for the project purchase installation of 1.5 MBA Genset for Puerto Princesa International Airport. For this agenda item, Mr. Chair, we have a lone bidder. Shall we invite Secretariat the bidder to witness the opening? Good morning once again, everyone. We now have our representatives from our loan bidder for this project. Before we proceed with the opening, we'd like to acknowledge your presence. Kindly introduce yourself, sir, to the meeting for records purposes. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Oliver Quezon, account manager of Gen Diesel Philippines Incorporated, together with my boss.
Good morning to all. By the way, I'm Engineer Christian Tingson of Gen Diesel Philippines. I'm a regional manager for Visayas region. Thank for the opportunity to join this opening of bidding. Thank you.
Thank you. With that, Mr. Chair, we'll proceed with the opening proper of the submitted bid of Gen Diesel Philippines Incorporated. With your permission, sir.
All right, proceed.
Thank you. So, Gen Diesel, kindly confirm if this is the submitted bid for this project. So,
Confirm, sir. That's
thank
all.
you. So with that, we can see the stamp receipt dated today at 8:45 a.m. Sealed and signed. Inside this envelope, we have the envelope labeled envelope 1, containing the eligibility and technical components, and the second envelope containing the financial component. So we'll proceed with the opening of the eligibility and technical components. So this is the technical component document. Document has index tabs with paginations that are sequentially arranged and has initials. Secretariat, checklist please.
Checklist for the technical component. Valid field jobs registration certificate, platinum membership, all pages.
So, valid field jobs registration certificate issued to Gen Diesel Philippines Incorporated, valid until July 7, 2023, submitted.
Statement of the prospective bidder of all its ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, if any, whether similar or not similar in nature and complexity to the contract to be bid.
List of all ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, signed, submitted.
Statement of the bidder's single largest completed contract, or SLCC, similar to the contract to be bid except under conditions provided under the rules.
Statement of single largest completed contracts, SLCC, from 2016 to present, signed and submitted.
Special pickup license in case of joint ventures, and registration for the type and cost of the contract to be bid.
Pickup license, submitted.
Original copy of bid security, if in the form of surety bond, submit also certification issued by the Insurance Commission, or original copy of notarized bid securing declaration.
Bid securing declaration, signed, notarized, submitted.
Project requirements, which shall include the following. Number 1, organizational chart for the contract to be bid.
Organizational chart, signed, submitted.
List of contractors' key personnel, for example, project manager, project engineers, materials engineers, and foremen, to be assigned to the contract to be bid with their complete qualification and experience data.
Qualification of key personnel, signed and submitted.
List of contractors' major equipment units, which are owned, leased, and/or under purchase agreements, supported by proof of ownership or certification of availability of equipment from the equipment lessor or vendor for the duration of the project, as the case may be.
So a list of equipment owned or leased and or under purchase agreements pledged to the proposed contract, signed, together with a certification issued by Intrax to Genset Philippines, submitted.
Original duly signed omnibus sworn statement or OSS, and if applicable, the original notarized secretary certificate in case of a corporation, partnership, or cooperative, or original special power of attorney of all members of the joint venture, giving full power and authority to its officer to sign the OSS and do acts to represent the bidder.
Omnibus sworn statement, signed, notarized, together with the secretary's certificate, signed by the corporate secretary, submitted.
The following documents as attachment to the OSS: certification under oath attesting that they have no pending case or cases against the government, in addition to the eligibility requirements as prescribed under the 2016 revised implementing rules and regulation of RA 9184.
Certification under oath of no case against the Philippines, signed, notarized, submitted.
Legal clearance to be issued by the CAAP Enforcement and Legal Service with respect to the non-pending cases of the prospective bidders against this authority.
Legal clearance issued to Genset Philippines, valid until November 5, 2023, submitted.
Bid Bulletin Number 1, dated May 4, 2023, and Bid Bulletin Number 2, dated May 5, 2023.
Bid Bulletin Number 1, dated May 4, and Bid Bulletin Number 2, dated May 5, submitted.
Certificate of Site Inspection duly signed by the Airport Manager of Puerto Princesa International Airport or his duly authorized representative.
Certificate of Site Inspection issued by the CAAP duly authorized representative in the name of Adamor Paet, with company IDs of Engineer Christian Bernard and, sorry, it's not shown on the screen, and Engineer Oliver Quezon. There you go.
Okay,
Submitted, yes.
copy of the airport facility visitor's logbook appearing the names and signatures of the inspectors.
Copy of the visitor's logbook, submitted.
Picture of the proposed site, including the personnel who conducted the site inspection, together with the airport manager or officer in charge or his duly authorized representative.
Copy of the site, the site where the proposed project is going to be delivered, with the duly authorized representative, submitted.
The prospective bidder's computation of net financial contracting capacity or NFCC.
NFCC, signed, submitted.
If applicable, duly signed joint venture agreement or JVA in accordance with RA number 4566 and its IRR in case the joint venture is already in existence, or duly notarized statements from all the potential joint venture partners stating that they will enter into and abide by the provisions of the JVA in the instance that the bid is successful.
Joint venture agreement is not applicable in this case.
Okay, sir, that would be all, sir, for the technical component.
With that, Mr. Chair, the submitted eligibility technical components of Gen Diesel Philippines, initially rated as pass, and then we'll proceed with the opening. Sorry.
Go ahead, please. The chair is just stepped aside for a moment, so I'll be taking over. Please proceed.
Thank you. Thank you, Chair. So we'll proceed with the opening of the financial component. So the submitted financial component document has index tabs and sequentially paginated with sign. Secretariat, checklist, please.
Checklist for the financial component. Original of duly signed and accomplished bill of quantities.
Detail of bill of quantities. Signed, submitted.
Duly accomplished detailed estimates form, including a summary sheet indicating the unit prices of construction materials, labor rates, and equipment rentals used in coming up with the bid.
Apologies, Mr. Chair, and to the members of the committee. There has been a confusion. This is supposed to be the proof for the presentation of the bill of quantities. The one that was shown earlier was the detailed estimates. So both are submitted.
Sir, for the next item, we have cash flow by quarter and payment schedule.
Cash flow by quarter and payment schedule. Signed, submitted.
Original of duly signed and accomplished financial bid form.
Bid form submitted in the amount of 23,843,572 pesos and 20 centavos without discount. And the submitted financial bid proposal of Gen Diesel Philippines is within the APC.
Ay, sorry po ulit lang nung amount, please. Can you repeat the amount?
Amount, sir? Yes. It's the 23,843,572 pesos and 20 centavos. So with that, Mr. Chair, and to the members of the committee, after the successful opening of the submitted bid proposal of Gen Diesel Philippines, TWG recommends the submitted bid proposal to undergo bid evaluation for consideration of the committee.
All right, thank you. This juncture, do we have any questions or clarifications from our members? If there's none, let's have a motion, please.
Motion, Mr. Chair.
Go ahead, sir.
I move for the adoption of the recommendation of the TWG that the Gen Diesel will undergo bid evaluations.
Seconded, Mr. Chair.
All right, thank you. There being a motion duly seconded, the recommendation of TWG is hereby adopted and the motion is carried so that there be a conduct of bid evaluation of the open bid. All right, thank you.
All right, so for our next agenda item, Mr. Chair, before we proceed, we can now excuse our prospective bidder from our bid opening.
Sir, thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Ma'am.
Thank you, sir, for joining the bid. So for our next agenda item, Mr. Chair, we have agenda item 3.1, the pre-bid conference for the supply and installation of 3 units 150 chiller at Laguindingan Airport under bid number 23-011-05 with a leniency of 37,795,692 pesos and 66 centavos on the AMS project.
All right, do you have prospective bidders for this?
It's a pre-bid conference, so we have yeah, Secretary, can you declare any?
Let's have a look into it, please. Thank you.
Yeah, so we have our prospective bidder for for the project supply and installation of 3 units of 150 chiller at Laguindingan Airport. Kindly introduce yourself, sir, madam. Thank you.
All right, just have them acknowledge on record and let's proceed with the presentation, please, in the interest of time.
Yes, in the interest of time, we'll just acknowledge the attendance of Sales True Temp, who is joining online. So we'll proceed with the private conference.
Good morning, Mr. Chair.
Yes, we can hear you, sir.
Yes, Mr. Chair. I'm Alfred Shilon Ceballos, Mr. Chair, from the ADMS and member of the Technical Working Group. I will be presenting today the pre-bid for the pre-bid of this supply and installation of 3 units 150-tonner chiller at Laguindingan Airport. Permission, Mr. Chair, to proceed?
Go ahead, please.
Okay. Thank you. Again, good morning, everyone, Mr. Chair, and the members of the Bids and Awards Committee, and also to our prospective bidders. Today, presenting to you the bidding documents for the supply and installation of 3 units 150-tonner chiller at Laguindingan Airport project. Okay. Again, this project is with a bid number 23-011-05 with an amount ABC of 37,795,692 pesos and 66 centavos. The project location is at Laguindingan Airport, and also the contract time for this, or the delivery of the goods, is required is 210 calendar days. The bidding will be conducted through open competitive bidding procedures using a non-discretionary possible criterion as specified in the 2016 revised permitting rules and regulations of RA 9184. Bidding is open to all interested bidders, whether local or foreign, subject to the conditions for eligibility provided in the 2016 revised IRR of the RA 9184. For this bidding, A complete set of bidding documents will be acquired by interested bidders on May 5, 2023 until deadline of submission from the given address and upon payment of the applicable fee for the bidding documents pursuant to the latest guidelines issued by the GPPB in the amount of 28,000 inclusive of 12% VAT. The procuring entity shall allow the bidder to present its proof of payment for the fees by presenting the official receipts in person. Also, bids must be duly received by the BAC Secretariat through manual submission at CAAP BAC Office, CAAP Compound, Mia Road, corner Ninoy Aquino Avenue, 1300 Pasay City, Metro Manila, on or before May 30, 2023 at 10 a.m. Late bids shall not be accepted. For further information, please refer to Mr. Gary M. Jadi, the head of BAC Secretariat, at the given address. Also, bidding documents may also be downloaded free of charge from the website of the Philippine Government Electronic Procurement System or PhilJEPS and the website of CAAP, provided that bidders shall pay the applicable fee for the bidding documents not later than the submission of their bids. As for the instructions to bidders, bid data sheet, ITB Clause 5.3, for the purpose, contracts similar to the project shall be supply, delivery, installation, testing, and commissioning of chiller, and also completed within the last 7 years prior to the deadline for the submission and receipt of bids. For ITB Clause 7.1, subcontracting is not allowed for this project. ITB Clause 10 and 11, bidder shall submit all eligibility and technical documents as specified in Section 8 or the checklist of technical and financial documents. So for the checklist, for the technical component envelope, Class A documents, legal documents, these are the requirements. Valid PhilJEPS registration certificate, platinum membership, all pages. Registration certificate from Securities and Exchange Commission, Department of Trade and Industry for sole proprietorship, or Cooperative Development Authority for cooperatives or its equivalent document. Mayor's or business permit issued by the city or municipality where the principal place of business of the prospective bidder is located, or the equivalent document for exclusive economic zones or areas. And last for the legal documents is the tax clearance per EO number 398 series of 2005, as finally reviewed and approved by the Bureau of Internal Revenue. For the technical documents, a statement of the prospective bidder of all its ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, if any, whether similar or not similar in nature and complexity to the contract to be bid. And statement of the bidder's single largest completed contract or the SLCC similar to the contract to be bid, except under conditions provided for in Section 23.4.1.3 and 23.4.2.4 of the 2016 revised IRR of RA 9184 within the relevant period as provided in the bidding documents, and original copy of bid security if in the form of surety bond. Submit also a certification issued by the Assurance Commission or original copy of notarized bid securing declaration. And also, a requirement is conformity with the technical specifications, which may include production or delivery schedule, manpower requirements, and or after sales or parts, if applicable. Also, the original duly signed omnibus sworn statement or the OSS, and if applicable, original notarized secretary certificate in case of a corporation, partnership, or cooperative, or original special power of attorney of all members of the joint venture, giving full power and authority to its officer to sign the OSS and do acts to represent the bidder. Also, the contractor shall include in the technical documents the brochures of the proposed chiller and chilled water pump with description and specifications to be installed in the project. All chiller and other components to be installed without prior approval of CAAP shall be at the risk of rejection. Also, a certificate of site inspection, which is an Annex B Form 1 of this bidding document, which is duly signed by Engineer Job B. Diosus, the airport manager of Laguindingan Airport, or his duly authorized representative. And we shall include all the following documents as attached to the certificate of site inspection. First is the copy of company ID of the person who conducted the site inspection, and copy of the airport or facility visitor's logbook, and also picture of the proposed site, including the personnel who conducted the site inspection, together with the airport manager or officer in charge, or his duly authorized representative. And for the financial documents, the supplier's audited financial statements showing, among others, the supplier's total and current assets and liabilities stamped received by the BIR or its duly accredited and authorized institutions for the preceding calendar year, which should not be earlier than 2 years from the date of submission. And the prospective bidder's computation of net financial contracting capacity, or an FCC, or a committed line of credit from a universal or commercial bank in lieu of its NFCC computation. For Class B documents, if applicable, a duly signed joint venture agreement in case the joint venture is already in existence, or a duly notarized statements from all the potential joint venture partners stating that they will enter into and abide by the provisions of the JVA in instance that the bid is successful. For the financial component envelope, these are the requirements: original of duly signed and accomplished financial bid form, and original of duly signed and accomplished price schedule. Other documentary requirements under RA 9184 as applicable for foreign bidders claiming by reason of their country's extension or reciprocal rights to Filipinos, a certification from the relevant government office of their country stating that Filipinos are allowed to participate in government procurement activities for the same item or product. And also a certification from the DTI if the bidder claims preference as a domestic bidder or domestic entity. Please take note that bids not complying with the above instruction shall be disqualified. For ITB Clause 12, the price of the goods shall be quoted DDP, or the place is Laguindingan Airport, or the applicable international commercial terms or Incoterms for this project. For ITB Clause 14.1, the bid security shall be in the form of a bid securing declaration or any of the following forms and amounts. First is the amount of not less than 2% of ABC if bid security is in cash, cashier's or manager's check, bank guarantee, or irrevocable letter of credit. Or second is the amount of not less than 5% of ABC if bid security is in surety bond. For ITB Clause 14.2, the bid security in the form of surety bond shall be valid until 120 calendar days from the date of opening of bids and shall be callable on demand. ITB Clause 19.3, again, the ABC for this project is 37,795,692 pesos and 66 centavos. Okay, for ITB Clause 20.2, there are no further instruction, and for ITB Clause 21.1, we can see the terms of reference later on. Okay. For the schedule of requirements, the delivery schedule expressed as weeks or months stipulates hereafter a delivery date, which is the date of delivery to the project site. So for the description, supply and installation of 3 units, 150 ton chiller at Laguindingan Airport with the following item or scopes is PL, mobilization and demobilization. Item number 1, dismantling works. Item 1.01, dismantling of existing chillers and pipe installation for 3 sets. Item number 1.02, dismantling existing chilled water pump, 1 unit. Item number 2, new chiller and pump works. Under that is item 2.01, chiller and pipe Insulation of 3 sets. Item 2.02, chilled water pump, 1 unit. And also for the technical specification, so these are the details of the recently discussed for the mobilization and demobilization, for the dismantling works, the chiller and pipe insulation, for the chilled water pump, and for the terms of reference for this project, administrative requirements, the contractor shall comply with the following: visit and inspect the site to appraise oneself of the actual condition that will affect the implementation of the project to be done. The contractor shall secure a certificate of site inspection from Laguindingan Airport. Also, comply with the security safety at Laguindingan Airport, house rules, and plans for maintaining continued job site cleanup. Investigation and submission of reports to Laguindingan Airport for any incident or untoward incident that may occur at the site for the duration of the project. Assume more responsibility for injuries to persons and damages to Laguindingan Airport and other property caused by the execution of the works, and shall be liable for any claims against Laguindingan Airport on account of such injury and or damage. Provide necessary protection to all property of Laguindingan Airport from theft that is due to the performance of his work. And for the prohibitions, drinking of liquor, smoking, and gambling in the building and the contractor storage area. The cooking of any kind of food and eating in the project or work area, loitering in areas other than the project site are prohibited. For safety and sanitation requirements, workers engaged in projects shall wear appropriate personal protective equipment. Employees of the contractor shall wear uniform or t-shirts marked with the contractor's company name and shall be with valid ID while inside the airport. All areas disturbed by the implementation of the project shall be thoroughly cleaned to the full satisfaction of the Laguindingan Airport. Also, the requirements for storage of equipment, all equipment shall be stocked in a stable and self-supporting manner. All sharp objects shall be removed to avoid injury to workers and Laguindingan Airport personnel. And passageways and all accessways shall be kept free from equipment and material obstructions at all times. And lastly, the dismantled 3-unit chiller and other parts shall be properly stored in the designated area of Laguindingan Airport. Again, for the scope of work, the contractor shall provide all labor, materials, equipment, tools, technical supervision, and expertise for the supply and installation of 3 units, 150-tonner chiller at Laguindingan Airport, Misamis Oriental. So, scope is SPL 1, mobilization and demobilization, the dismantling works, the supply, delivery, installation, testing, and commissioning of 3 units, with $150 screw type air-cooled water chiller and other air conditioning system, complete with all the mechanical, electrical, and control components. For the technical specifications, the chiller cooling capacity of 150-tonner refrigerant with the code R134A or R-407C. For the power supply is 440 to 460 volts, 3-phase, 60 hertz. The chiller shall also be capable and must have the following specifications. The chillers can function as a part of loading cooling system. Each compressor shall be electrically and mechanically isolated so that if a compressor fails or needs to be serviced, it can be serviced or removed from the chiller without disabling the other compressors and allowing the chiller to remain in operation with the other compressors or online. And a chiller shall have minimum outlet temperature of 44.6 degrees Fahrenheit and inlet temperature of 54 degrees Fahrenheit. For the terms and conditions, the contractor shall include the technical documents, the brochures of the proposed chiller and chilled water pump to be installed in the project. All chiller and other components to be installed without prior approval of CAAP shall be at the risk of rejection. The project shall be completed within 210 calendar days. All works must be done without disruption on the working condition of the working areas. The contractor shall conduct factory tests on the chillers witnessed by 3 CAAP authorized representatives prior to the shipment. All costs for visa requirements, if needed, transportation, board, and lodging of the 3 CAAP authorized representatives shall be for the account of the contractor. The contractor shall conduct a training or seminar at Laguindingan Airport on the operation and basic troubleshooting of the new chiller for 3 attendees per or participants. Also, the contractor shall operate the chiller for a period of 6 months after commissioning. The chiller warranty shall be for a period of 1 year after the acceptance of the project. The warranty shall include the compressors, other parts, and labors. The contractor shall conduct monthly preventive maintenance of the chiller and must submit monthly reports to Laguindingan Airport during the warranty period. Payment will be made as follows. Full payment will be made after issuance by the CAAP of certificate of acceptance and submission of all documents. All payments shall be subject to applicable taxes. And lastly, the execution of all works shall be subject to the inspection and acceptance by the CAAP authorized representatives. For the checklist of technical and financial documents, this is, have been discussed earlier. The checklist. I'll just go through with it. Okay. For the bidding forms, these are the required bidding forms. Okay, for the bid form and other bid forms for the ongoing and completed projects. Okay, and other bidding forms required. The site inspections, bid securing declaration, the technical specification, OSS, etc. Also, I'd like to present to you the plan for this project. Okay, this is the plan for the project, the demolition plan, and also for the installation of new chiller and pump plan. That's all, Mr. Chair, for this project. The floor is now open for any questions from the bidder for clarification.
Okay, thank you. Any question? Any question from the bidders? Okay, if there's no question, then what is the next item?
Mr. Chair, I think sales through temp is raising his hand.
Go ahead, sir.
Hi sir, good morning sir. Sir from True Time Corporation sir. So may 2 items lang sir kami sir for clarification sir. Number 1 sir, can we offer sir higher capacity ng unit sir for the chiller sir?
If I may, sir, this is John Chris Katakis. We prefer same capacity since the power supply is already existing.
Alright sir. So if ever gonna sir 160 TR sir, can't do sir.
No, sir. 150 TR.
Got it, sir. Noted, sir. Sir, thank you for that, sir. Number 2, sir. Sir, yung dun sa prescribed form niyo, sir, sa bill of materials, page 60, sir. Kasi, sir, dun sa mobilization, demobilization part, sir, naka-itemize dun, sir, yung equipment, then empty mobile crane, sir. Kasi di ba, sir, for that specific item, sir, sa mobilization, demobilization, yung scope, sir, natin doon is more likely on the transportation and the assembly or construction of facilities and offices, sir. Do we need ba, sir, to comply indicating cost, sir, for the mobile crane, sir? Correct ba, sir, yung item, sir, on this part, sir?
Yes, yes, sir. You will indicate the quantity, then the duration, then the rate per hour. You will
For
provide
the
that.
okay, sir. For the mobilization, demobilization, sir.
No need, sir. No need. Only the for the mobile crane.
Okay, sir. Pero sir, question lang, sorry sir. Kasi sir, di ba yung mobilization, demobilization, yung scope natin doon, sir, is, yun nga sir, transportation ng personnel, yung tools, plus yung facility, sir. What if, sir, hindi naman natin kailangan ng mobile crane for that scope, sir? Kasi sir, di ba may separate items for the, yung sa dismantling and din sa installation mismo ng chillers or ng mobile crane, sir?
Kailangan po talaga ng mobile crane kasi po yung units po ay nasa roof deck, then para po ma-transfer din natin sa roof deck yung bagong
Yun nga, sir.
units.
If you can check, sir, sa next bill of materials, sir, yung sa next page niyan, sir. And the following pages, sir, may mobile crane din, sir, for the dismantling and the actual installation, sir. So lahat yan, sir, lalagyan namin, sir, cost for the mobile crane, sir.
Mr. Chair, may I? With regards to the mobilization, this one is the costing for the mobilization of 10 metric ton mobile crane from your location, sir, going to
all right.
the airport. And for the succeeding form,
All right, sir. For the actual dismantling and installation.
yes, sir. That is the
Got it,
cost
sir.
equipment.
There na po, sir. Thank you very much po.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
So that's it. That's the last question. Okay. So what will be the next?
Yes, Mr. Chair. Before we proceed to the next agenda item, can we now excuse our prospective bidders from the private conference of the previous project? Secretary?
Mr. Chair, may I?
Yes.
We would like to inform the bidder or the prospective bidders to with regards to this project that they still have time to have their queries and send it to us 10 days before the opening of bids. That's all, Mr. Chair.
Is the bidder still online? Okay, still online. No? Were you able to get that?
I think the prospective bidder is raising his hand for a question.
Okay, go ahead.
Sir, good morning. From True Temp Corporation, sir. May we ask po, sir, if kailan po yung magiging site inspection po?
Mr. Chair, may I?
Yes, go ahead.
With the site inspection, sir, you can visit the airport anytime during the office hours, and you can also coordinate with the airport manager or the airport personnel with that. Of course, sir, before that is before the submission and opening of bids.
All right. I hope that answers the queries of sales through temp. In the interest of time, we will now proceed to the next agenda item. Again, sales through temp, be informed that you still have 10 days prior to the opening of bid to submit all your questions or any follow-up queries regarding the project. Thank you for joining the private conference. We can now excuse.
Sir, clarification, sir. They can send their queries 10 days before the opening of bids. Thank you.
All right, so we can now excuse sales through temp from this session, and we'll proceed with the next agenda item. Agenda item number 3.2, the private conference for the project rehabilitation and expansion of FSIS building under bid number 23012-05 with an ABC of 13,118,201 pesos and 68 centavos an ADMS project.
Who will be presenting? ADMS? ADMS. So, sige.
Sorry, Mr.
Go ahead.
Sorry, sir. I was muted. Sorry for that. Okay. 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 Again, good morning, everyone, and the members of the Business Awards Committee. Good morning, Mr. Chair. Presenting to you the bidding documents for the procurement of rehabilitation and expansion of FSIS building. We have bid number 23-012-05. An invitation to bid for the rehabilitation and expansion of FSIS building, bid number 23-012-05, with an ABC of 13,118,201 pesos and 68 cents. The requirements for the technical personnel and equipment for this project are 1 project civil engineer, 1 electrical engineer, 1 master electrician, 1 master plumber, 1 safety and health officer, and for the equipment, 1 unit, 1 bagger concrete mixer, 1 unit concrete vibrator, 2 units portable welding machine, 1 unit cutting torch with gauge, 1 unit portable genset 10 kVA, and 1 unit dump truck. And for the pickup license requirement is small b, license category C and D, which is building and industrial plant. The completion of the works or the duration of the project is 150 calendar days, inclusive of 19 rainy or unworkable days. So bidder should have completed the contract similar to the project. Also, the bidding will be conducted through an open competitive bidding procedures using non-discretionary pass-fail criterion as specified in the 2016 revised implementing rules and regulations of the RA 9184. Okay. A complete set of bidding documents may be acquired by the interested bidders on May 5, 2023 until deadline of submission of bid from given address on website below and upon payment of the applicable fee for the bidding documents pursuant to the latest guidelines issued by the GPPB in the amount of 28,000 pesos inclusive of 12% VAT. The procuring entity shall allow the bidder to present its proof of payment for the fees by presenting the official receipt in person. Bids must be duly received by the BAC Secretariat at the address below on or before May 30, 2023 at 10 a.m. at BAC Office, CAAP Compound, Mia Road, corner Ninoy Aquino Avenue, 1300 Pasay City, Metro Manila. Late bids shall not be accepted. Again, bid opening shall be on May 30, 2023 at 10 a.m. at a given address. And also through Jitsi, Zoom, or Google Meet. Bids will be open in the presence of the bidders' representatives who choose to attend the activity. And for further information, please refer to Mr. Gary Amjadi, the head of BAC Secretariat, of this address and numbers. Also, the bidding documents may also be downloaded free of charge from the website of the Philippine Government Electronic Procurement System or PhilJEPS and the website of CAAP, provided that bidders shall pay the applicable fee for the bidding documents not later than the submission of bids. For the bid data sheet, for the requirements, ITB Clause 3.0, a certificate of site inspection, Annex B, Form 1, duly signed by Lieutenant Colonel Valentino Ijanela, PAF retired, the Assistant Director General 2 of the Aerodrome Development and Management Service, or his duly authorized representative is required to be submitted. This shall include all the following documents as attachment to the certificate of site inspection and shall form part of the bidder's technical documents. A copy of company ID of the person who conducted the site inspection, a copy of the airport or the facility visitor's logbook with the entry name of the person who conducted the site inspection, and a picture of the proposed site, including the personnel who conducted the site inspection, together with the airport manager, the person in charge, or his duly authorized representative. Please note that bids not complying with the above instructions shall be disqualified. For ITB Clause 5.2, the bidder must have an experience of having completed a single largest completed contract that is similar to this project, equivalent to at least 50% of the ABC. For this purpose, contracts similar to the project refer to contracts which have the same major categories of work, which shall be building, construction, improvement, rehabilitation, or repair. Again, the ABC of this project is 13,118,201 pesos and 68 centavos. ITB Clause 7.1, subcontracting is not allowed for this project. For ITB Clause 10.1, bidder shall submit all eligibility and technical documents as specified in Section 10, the checklist of technical and financial documents. I will be discussing this later on. For ITB Clause 10.3, valid pickup license or special pickup license in case of joint venture and registration is a small b, license category C and D for building and industrial plant, for the type and cost of the contract to be bid. Please note that bids not complying with the above instructions shall be disqualified. And for ITB Clause 10.4, the key personnel must meet the required minimum years of experience set below. For the key personnel, project or civil engineer, electrical engineer, master electrician, master plumber, safety and health officer, the required general experience for this project is 5 years. And for relevant experience, which is 3 years in building construction or improvement or rehabilitation or repair. Please note that bids not complying with the above instruction shall be disqualified. For ITB Clause 10.5, the minimum major equipment requirements are the following. Again, 1 unit, 1 bagger mixer, concrete mixer, 1 unit concrete vibrator, 2 units portable welding machine, 10 to 200 ampere, 1 unit cutting torch with gauge, 1 unit portable generator set, 10 kVA, 1 unit dump truck. Please note that bids not complying with the above instructions shall be disqualified. For ITB Clause 11.1, the second bid envelope shall contain the financial documents for the bid as specified in Section 10, checklist of technical and financial documents. This shall include the complete accomplishment of all the following documents as stated and required under Section 8 of these bidding documents and shall form part of the bidder's financial documents. First is the original or duly signed and accomplished financial bid form and bill of quantities, Annex C Form 1, and summary of bid proposal, Annex C Form 2, and bill of materials and cost estimates, Annex C Form 3, and summary sheet indicating the unit prices of construction materials, labor rates, and equipment rentals used in coming up with the bid, which is Annex C Form 4, 5, and 6, and cash flow and payment schedule, Annex C Form 7. Applicable CAAP BAC standard forms included in this bidding document shall be complied in accordance with the prescribed forms under Section 9 bidding forms, Annex C. Bids not complying with the above instructions shall be disqualified. Any changes in the description and quantities stated in the financial document forms, like the BOQ, summary of bid proposal, bill of materials, and cost estimates or DUPA used, shall not be allowed. However, any typographical error that is visible to the eyes or obvious to the understanding and is harmless or will not affect the project's implementation shall not be ground for disqualification. The discounts stated in the financial bid form shall be computer written with the same font style and size as the whole text of said form. Discounts that are either handwritten, typewritten, or computer written in other font style and size shall not be considered. For ITB Clause 11.2, bid exceeding the ABC of the project shall be disqualified. For ITB Clause 12, there are no further instructions. For ITB Clause 15.1, the bid security shall be in the form of a bid securing declaration or any of the following forms and amounts. The amount of not less than 262,364 pesos 03 cents or 2% of the ABC. If bid security is in cash, cashier's or manager's check, bank draft or bank guarantee, or irrevocable letter of credit. And second is the amount of not less than 655,910 pesos and 8 cents or equivalent to 5% of the ABC if bid security is in surety bond. For ITB Clause 16, each and every page thereof shall be initialed or signed by the duly authorized representatives of the bidder. Submitted eligibility, technical and financial documents shall be properly marked with index tabs or ear tab and must be sequentially paginated in accurate order in a form, for example, page 3 of 100, page number of last page of the document per envelope basis. Pagination should be sequential based on the entire span of the whole documents inside the envelope. Bids not complying with the above instructions shall be automatically disqualified. Each bidder shall submit one copy of the first and second component of its bid. For ITB Clause 19.2, partial bid is not allowed for this project. The infrastructure project is packaged in a single lot and the lot shall not be divided into sublots for the purpose of bidding, evaluation, and contract award. For ITB Clause 20, the bidder with the lowest calculated bid that complies with and is responsive to all the requirements and conditions shall submit its field jobs, certificate of registration, latest income and business tax returns, filed through the EFPS business license, and permits required by law, the latest audited financial statement, the key personal licenses, the statement identifying the bidder's single largest complete contract, similar to the contract to be bid, and updated status of all ongoing contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, issued by the government agency or private company concerned. And failure to submit any of the post-qualification requirements on time or finding against the veracity thereof shall disqualify the bidder for award, provided that in the event that the finding against the veracity of any of the documents submitted is made, it shall cause the forfeiture of the bid security in accordance with Section 69 of the IR of RA 184. Lastly, for item clause 21, the following relevant project documents are required to be submitted. This is already for the award for contract. Moving on, for the special conditions of the contract, in addition to the performance security, winning bidder shall submit contractors all risks insurance or carry prior to the signing of contract. And for the specifications and scope of work, for the scope of work, we have item 1, which is the civil or structural works. These are the component, site works, concrete works, masonry work, steel works. And for item 2, the structural works, with the component of tile works, carpentry works, painting works, the doors and windows. And for item number 3, electrical works, this includes the lighting and power conduit and fittings, wires and cables, electrical wiring devices, lighting fixtures, boxes and pool boxes, air conditioning units, conduits and fittings, air conditioning units, wires and cables, data system conduits and fittings, data system wires and cables, data system electrical wiring devices, data system boxes and pool boxes, panel board or circuit breaker or wire gutter, feeder or sub-feeder wires and cables, feeder or sub-feeder conduits and fittings, hangers, supports, and termination accessories. And for item 4, mechanical works, this includes air conditioning unit and piping system, the ventilation equipment and accessories, the hangers and supports, the FDAS and fire extinguisher, and for the item 5, the plumbing and sanitary works. Please note that all scopes of works to this item must be in accordance with the approved plans and specifications. Quality and types of materials must conform to the specification and must be approved by the project in charge or the CAAP. The contractor shall be responsible in providing personal protective equipment for staffs and workers and safety inspectors or safety engineers on site while construction is ongoing. Regular safety and weather reports should be accomplished. The contractor shall be responsible for all laboratory, material testing, safety permits, and survey instruments necessary in the project implementation. All expenses shall be incorporated in the contractor's overhead cost and shall not be considered as pay item. And for the general provisions for staff house, service vehicles, laptops, printers, cameras, plotters, furniture, and other materials, devices, and equipment under special item or temporary facilities shall not include OCM and CPs. The contractor shall be responsible in providing safety perimeter fence or security fence, personal protective equipment for staffs and workers on site while construction is ongoing. Safety reports should be prepared regularly, and the contractor shall be responsible for the laboratory, material testing, building, and safety permits and survey instruments necessary in the project implementation. Again, these expenses shall be incorporated in the contractor's overhead cost and shall not be considered as pay item. To proceed, we'll go to the bill of quantities. So these are the forms required for this project. Okay, I'll be doing the run through. Okay, for the approved budget or the ABC, the summary, and also for the bill of quantities and cost estimate form. Okay, so moving on. Also, the other bidding forms required for this project, for the statement of ongoing and completed projects, also the forms required. Okay. Bill of quantities, summary of prices, materials, labors, and equipment, and other. And lastly, for the checklist of technical and financial documents, for the technical component envelope, Class A documents, legal documents required, valid field registration certificate, the platinum membership, all pages, registration certificate from Securities and Exchange Commission, Department of Trade and Industry for sole proprietorship or Cooperative Development Authority for cooperatives or its equivalent document. Also, the mayor's or business permit issued by the city or municipality where the principal place of business of the prospective bidders is located, or the equivalent document for exclusive economic zones or areas. And also the tax clearance per EO number 398 series of 2005 as finally reviewed and approved by the Bureau of Internal Revenue. For the technical documents, the statement of the prospective bidders of all its ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, if any, whether similar or not similar in nature and complexity to the contract to be bid, Annex A Form 1. And the statement of bidder single largest completed contract or SLCC similar to the contract to be bid, except under conditions provided under the rules. This is Annex A Form 2. And also the Philippine Contractors Accreditation Board license or the PCAB license for this project, or special pickup license in case of joint venture, and registration for the type and cost of the contract to be bid, and joint resolution, which is Annex A Form 3. Also, an original copy of bid security, if in a form of surety bond. Submit also a certification issued by the Issuance Commission, or original copy of notarized bid securing declaration, which is Annex B Form 2. Also, the project requirements, which shall include the following: the organizational chart of the contract to be bid, Annex B Form 3, the list of contractors' key personnel, example, project manager, project engineer, materials engineer, and foreman, etc., to be assigned to the contract to be bid with their complete qualification and experience data. This is Annex B Form 4, 5A, 5B, and 5C. And also the list of contractors' major equipment units which are owned, leased, and or under purchase agreements supported by proof of ownership or certification of availability of equipment from the equipment lessor or vendor for the duration of the project as the case may be. This is Annex B Form 6. And original duly signed omnibus sworn statement or OSS, Annex B Form 7, and if applicable, original notarized secretary certificate in case of the corporation, partnership, or cooperative, or original special power of attorney of all members of the joint venture, giving full power and authority to its officer to sign the OSS and do acts to represent the bidder. And we shall include all the following documents as attachment to the OSS. First is the certification under oath attesting that they have no pending case or cases against the government, in addition to the eligibility requirements as prescribed under the 2016 revised IRR of RA 9184. In case of joint venture, all contractors must submit the certification. Second is the legal clearance to be issued by the CAAP Enforcement and Legal Service with respect to the non-pending cases of the prospective bidders against this authority. In case of joint venture, all contractors must submit the said clearance. And last, or the third is the bid bulletin, if applicable. Again, requirement is certificate of site inspection also, which is Annex B Form 1, duly signed by Lieutenant Colonel Valentino Regionela, PAF retired, the Assistant Director General 2 of the Aerodrome Development and Management Service, or his duly authorized representative. And shall form part of the bidder's technical documents. Copy of company ID of the person who conducted the site inspection, and copy of the airport or facilities visitors logbook with the entry name of the person who conducted the site inspection, and picture of the proposed site including the personnel who conducted the site inspection together with the airport manager or officer in charge of the or his duly authorized representative. For the financial documents, the prospective bidders audited financial statements showing, among others, the prospective bidders' total and current assets and liabilities, stamp received by the BRR or its duly accredited and authorized institutions for the preceding calendar year, which should not be earlier than 2 years from the date of bid submission. The prospective bidders' computation of net financial contracting capacity or NFCC, and for Class B documents, if applicable, duly signed joint venture agreement in accordance with RA 94566 and its IRR in case the joint venture is already in existence, or duly notarized statement from all the potential joint venture partners stating that they will enter into and abide by the provisions of the JVA in the instance that the bid is successful. And for the financial component envelope, these shall include the original of duly signed and accomplished financial bid form and other documentary requirements under RA 9184, or the original of duly signed bid prices in the bill of quantities or the Annex C Form 1, and summary of bid proposal, Annex C Form 2, and the bill of materials and cost estimates or the Annex C Form 3, and the summary sheet indicating unit prices of construction materials, labor rates, and equipment rentals used in coming up with the bid. Annex C Form 4, 5, and 6. And cash flow by quarter and payment schedule, the Annex C Form 7. I will be showing you the plans for this project. So this is the existing and demolition plan at the ground floor of the FSIS building. The existing and the demolition plan at second floor. This is the proposed ground floor plan. The proposed second floor plan. The proposed roof plan. This is just a blow off of the office extension and its roofing plan. That's all, Mr. Chair, for my presentation for this project. The floor is now open for questions or queries from our prospective bidders.
Okay, thank you. So, any question? So, if there is none, Secretary, what's next?
Yes, Mr. Chair, our prospective bidders, they have time for their queries. They can send their queries 10 days before the opening and submission and opening of bids.
For this, Mr. Chair, there's a hand placed on the screen, sir.
Okay. Go ahead. Open Builders Incorporated, no? Sige, please, go ahead with your question, ma'am.
Hello, sir. Good morning po. Hello?
Go ahead.
Ask ko lang, sir. Ano po klaseng bid preparation po ito?
You're coming very weak. Can you please say again, a little louder?
Hello? Hello, regarding po ito sa bid preparation. Ano po ang bid preparation po?
Bid preparation, end user?
Yes.
Mr. May we clarify the question from the bidder? What particular on the preparation, ma'am?
Doon po sa number 10. Number 10.
10. Number 10. Okay. Sa ITB po ba? ITB clause number 10?
Yes, po. Sa ITB.
So, ma'am? Ito po ba?
Hindi pa.
Baka slide number 10.
Slide number 10.
Wala eh.
If you are asking for the report, ma'am?
Ay sinabi ko kasi rito nasa number 10 na the Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines reserves the right to reject any and all bids declare a failure of bidding or not award the contract at any time prior to contract award in accordance with Section 35.6 and 41 of the 2016 Revised Implementing Rules and Regulations of RA number 91.4 without thereby including any liability to the affected bidder or bidders. Doon po sa invitation to bid, number 10 po.
Number 10.
Yan, sa number 10 po. Invitation to bid, number 10.
Invitation. Okay. Ito po ba mo?
Yes po. Number 10 po. Yes po.
Okay, basahin ko lang po, ma'am. This Rehabilitation Authority of the Philippines reserves the right to reject any and all bids or declare a failure of bidding or not award the contract at any time prior to the contract award in accordance with Section 35.6 and 41 of the 2016 IRR or 1984 without thereby incurring any liability to the affected bidder or bidders. So in the case kasi ma'am na magkaroon po tayo ng failure of bidding, pag wala pong pumapasa sa bidding natin during po sa opening of bids, nagkakaroon po tayo ng declaration po ng failure of bidding. And siyempre, hindi po natin ma-award po yung project. And magkakaroon po tayo ng rebidding. Yun po yung ano yan. Hello, ma'am. Nasagot ko.
Yes, sir. Open builders acknowledge your response. We may move on to the next question from Rick Construction. Please go ahead, sir.
Hello, sir. Good morning po, sir. Sir, regarding po, sir, sa certificate of inspection, sir, paano po kami makakuha, sir, nung copy para doon sa attachment doon sa envelope? Yan lang, sir.
Certificate of site inspection, ito po ba, sir? Sa certificate of site inspection, sir, magkipag-coordinate po kayo dito, sir, pag pupunta kayo sa main office kasi yung location naman po ng ating project is nasa main office po, sir, dito sa Pasay City, sa FSIS building. And yung office po ni Sir Valentino Junela is nandito po sa main building. Magkalapit lang po yan, yung building ng FSIS and yung ADMS po.
Nasa isang compound.
Isang compound lang po kami, sir. So,
anytime po, sir, na weekdays po? Pwede
yes po, sir. Anytime, weekdays po, sir, during office hours. Punta po kayo dito sa office ng ADMS po.
Yes, sir. Bali sa inyo, yung pagkatapos ng inspection, sir, makakakuha na po, sir, ng certificate of inspection copy sa inyo po.
Yes po, sir. Bibigyan po kayo ng staff po ni Sir Junela ng mga ito pong mga document na required nyo pag nakompleto po ninyo yung site inspection.
Thank you, sir. Thank you na po.
Okay po, sir.
Sir, I think po this is a question, I think.
Yes po. Hello, good morning. Ask lang po namin if, actually, ika-clarify lang po namin if wala pong simultaneous na schedule for site inspection. So, bali po kami po mismo yung makikipag-coordinate sa inyo when namin pwede i-site inspect po.
Pardon me, medyo nahina po yung gano'n dito sa amin.
Hello po, am I audible?
Sige po, ma'am. Please go ahead.
Ika-clarify ko lang po regarding sa site inspection. So, wala po tayong simultaneous na schedule ng site inspection. I mean, kami po yung makikipag-coordinate, right? Kapag po kung kailan namin pwedeng i-site inspect.
Yes po, ma'am. You can visit our office anytime during office hours. Of course, that is before the submission and opening of bids.
Okay po. Another query po. Is there any provision po for online payment ng bid documents?
Online payment? Sa tingin ko, ma'am, sa ngayon si CAAP is wala pa po kasi kaming provisions for online payment. Yes, we're sorry to inform po.
Yes po. Then last query po. Regarding po sa soft copy ng plans, according po kasi sa PhilJex, we need to coordinate po with the back secretariat regarding sa soft copy po ng plans. Tanong lang po namin, gaano po namin katagal pwedeng intayin yung pag-send ng plans. Nakipag-coordinate na po kami through email with the back secretariat.
Do we have any from Babak Secretariat? Sir, Gadi?
May I answer? Anyway, ma'am, we'll just check with the email namin and we'll be sending you right away yung requested po.
Okay po.
Thank you po.
Okay po, thank you po.
Thank you, ma'am. Any other questions po? Mr. Chair, hearing none, again, I would like to inform the prospective bidders that you have still time to submit your queries, written queries, 10 days before the submission and opening of bids.
Right. So, thank you, Sir Alfred. Before we proceed to the next agenda item, Secretariat, can we excuse the prospective bidders from the previous pre-bid conference session? And Mr. Chair, with your permission, shall we commence with the pre-procurement conference of the project supply, delivery, and installation of procedure design software with hardware with